look at these stock charts. The market dropped, but I still made some sick gains. Oh, that's so boring. If I could just invest in something that doesn't make me yawn. Actually, you can. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Laura. I'm a finance coach and entrepreneur based in Bali. And on this channel, we explore the tools and strategies that help us to live happier and richer lives. Today, we will talk about handbags, but not in the way that you might be thinking. We will explore why handbags can actually be good investments. I divided this video into 4 sections. First, how I started investing into handbags. Second, investing into designer handbags long term. Third, which kind of brands are actually worth it. And last but not least, if it actually makes sense to invest in designer handbags. So keep watching until the end. I really don't want you to miss out on all the valuable information in this video. But before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button because I have tons of amazing content planned for you, and also smash the like button because it really supports my channel. I'm curious, what is your favorite designer handbag? Please comment in the section below. So let's get started with part 1, how I started investing in designer handbags. I always dreamed of a big walk-in closet filled with designery luxury items and handbags and jewelry. I'm not sure about you, but if you actually wanted to have a handbag for a while, you might have noticed that most of the designer brands increase their prices each and every year, or even multiple times per year. And that is actually a really painful experience, because if you're saving up for a bag and they keep increasing the price, it's really depressing because you have to save up more and more each and every year. For example, the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, a classic model, was launched in 2011 for $775. Now, in 2022, this bag costs around $1,690. So in the last 11 years, the price has more than doubled. So even if you buy a handbag and use it and decide to sell it, the chances are quite good that you might not make a loss, especially if it's a classic handbag and if it's in a very good condition. The investing rule number 1 is to only invest in things you completely understand. For some people that might be stocks, for others it might be crypto, real estate, art, and for the fashionistas between us, it might be handbags. But don't feel disencouraged if you don't know something about a topic yet, because on this channel we explore new strategies and opportunities, so when you don't have knowledge about something yet, you can still become an expert in any topic you choose. But let's come back to my personal story, how I invested into my first luxury handbag. So in December 2020, I bought my first luxury handbag as an investment. It was the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. Why? Well, let me tell you a story. I wanted this handbag for quite a while, but Louis Vuitton decided to make this bag not available. So the bag was out of stock for quite a long time. And when I looked at the second-hand market, I saw that the prices for a 1,500 euro handbag were actually around 2,100 to 2,500 euro. Because this bag was not available, the second-hand market resellers could just make prices as they wanted because it wasn't available anyways and people were willing to spend a lot more. So when I saw this, I thought to myself, well, actually, when this bag is available again, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna buy it for myself, I'm gonna buy it for an investment. Let's get down to the numbers. I bought the bag in December 2020 for 1,500 euro. Now, this bag is worth 1,750 euro. So it had a price increase of over 250 euro, which is around 60% of a price increase. That's not bad. Also, while I'm filming this video, the bag is currently out of stock again and not available. So on the second-hand market, I will be able to charge a lot more for that bag because it's not available at the moment. So as of now, I would say I made quite a good investment. And also, I don't know about you, but I feel there's like no risk involved in this kind of investment, because if I'm not gonna sell it, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. But let's keep it real and honest here. Buying a handbag as an investment requires a lot of discipline, because you are not allowed to wear it, to touch it. You're just allowed to look at it every once in a while and admire its beauty, but that's it. No touchy. So this might not be for you. Part 2, investing in handbags long term. There are 3 options when you invest into handbags. Number 1 is long term, number 2 is short term, and number 3 is value per wear. If you invest in a handbag because you actually want it for yourself and you know you're gonna be wearing it for years to come on several occasions, this might fall under the category value per wear, because it will just be worth regarding on how often you will wear it and how much joy it will bring to you. But for the purpose of this video, I will focus on investing in handbags long term. What should you look out for when investing in designer handbags? So when you can buy bags in sale, that's no bueno. Because why would people spend lots of money on a second-hand bag if you can buy it in sale somewhere? On the other hand, if a designer brand increases their prices continuously, that's a very good sign. Another great factor is scarcity. If there's limited stock and the bags are not available for a time and the company is holding stock back, that's a very good sign. Also, when brands are not available everywhere, for example, Louis Vuitton, you can just buy it in a Louis Vuitton store or at the Louis Vuitton online store. You cannot buy it at Nordstrom or anywhere else or in any other online shop. You can just buy it at their outlet. If you can buy designer brands at several online shops and at outlets, that's usually not the best sign. Another factor you want to take into consideration is popularity and also the demand. If the popularity is high, celebrities are wearing that brand, are wearing that model. If the demand is high, that's always a good sign. But don't confuse this with trends. You don't want to fall for trends, and also probably not for seasonal models. For a long-term investment, focus on the classics. Because for seasonal and trend models, it will be hard to sell them without a loss long term. Also, if you want to buy a bag as a long-term investment, look at the second-hand market. Look how the bag ages. Look how the leather looks like after several years. So you can see how the condition of these kinds of bags is after 10 years, after 20 years, and actually consider if it's worth investing long-term or not. Another tip is to go for neutral colors, because neutral colors usually sell for higher prices. This could be black, nude, beige, all these colors usually sell for higher prices. Part number 3, designer brands that are worth it. Before we start, you should consider how much you are willing to spend on an investment on a designer handbag. There are 3 top brands to invest in, but these have slightly different price categories. Number 1 is Hermès. Hermès is the top high-end brand and has all the important factors: scarcity, popularity, the limiting factor, and desirability. Hermès handbags rank number 1 for high-end day bags. The top 2 models to invest in are the Birkin bag and the Kelly bag. Some people even say that Hermès handbags have outperformed the S&P 500 and several stocks in the last years. Because other than the stock market, Hermès prices have just gone up and up and up, and not up and down and up and down and up and down. The prices started around $8,000, so that's quite an investment. Sometimes the vintage prices for an Hermès bag or a Kelly bag are even higher than the new ones, because in order to actually get your hands on a Kelly bag or a Birkin bag, the sales rep at Hermès has to deem you worth of that kind of bag. You will be able to order a bag and then you will have to wait for 4 to 6 months. Fun story is that I actually have a friend here in Bali and she flips handbags for a living. I will link her profile down below, and she told me that if you get your hands on a new MS bag, you could be able to triple that investment in a short amount of time. Number 2 is Chanel. Chanel did a great job with market positioning. They also increased their prices several times per year in the last years. So Chanel bags are the high-end #1 at evening bags. Here I would also opt for the classics, not the seasonal models. For reference, the Chanel Classic Flat Bag was launched in 1955 for $220. Today, this bag is around $8,800. Chanel handbags usually are worth more when they are vintage. This could be because around the year 2000, Chanel started mass producing. So let's say the quality of the bags went down a little bit, and bags before 2000 are actually completely handmade. Also, another fun fact is that the hardware of Chanel before 1996 was actual gold. Now it's just stainless steel with a gold finish. Brand number 3 is no other than Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is great for a start and a not so high investment. Louis Vuitton can only be bought at the Louis Vuitton store, and they have been quite good with the limiting factor, with increasing prices and upping desirability. Also, Louis Vuitton is great for starters. It's usually the first designer handbag that people buy for themselves, and is also usually very popular for people that are not completely into fashion. Most people just love Louis Vuitton. You might ask, what are the designer brands that you wouldn't want to invest in? Actually, it's most of the other designer brands. There are always exceptions, but it's quite hard to filter them out and find the winning one. Part number 4, does it actually make sense to invest in a designer handbag? Well, it actually depends. Why? Well, does it bring you joy if you would buy a designer handbag for yourself? Yes? Can you actually afford it? Yes? Then I see no reason why you shouldn't buy a designer handbag. Some minimalists and frugalists might not agree with me. Graham Stephan would probably frown at me. But I truly believe if something really brings you joy and nobody else is harmed in the process, you shouldn't have to explain yourself to anybody. Handbags can also be a great milestone for your success, because let's face it, if you want to afford a 5K designer handbag, also in a financially responsible way, you will need to level up at your life at some point. Or you get yourself a sugar daddy. I don't know. As a real long-term investment though, it only makes sense if you're actually a fashionista, if you're truly into fashion, if you know your stuff, and also have a good intuition and feeling what will be popular in the coming years. It does make a lot of sense. Other people might invest into art or into any kind of collector pieces, and this could be you with handbags. The most expensive handbag ever sold was a Hermes Birkin bag for around $500,000. So what do you think, yay or nay? Can you imagine investing in a designer handbag yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to know the exact models that are worth investing in, type in models in the comment section down below and I will make a separate video on that. If you like this video and haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button so you don't miss any other videos, and support your girl, and then I'll see you in the next video. Bye!